Welcome to the Now, I'm Ashley.
I'm John.
So just how much of someone else's content can you use in a YouTube video?
All of it.
This has been a very big question for a very long time, the fair use everywhere. Well, some popular YouTubers recently won a lawsuit that they call a huge victory for fair use rights on the platform, which may end up telling a big story about how fair use is determined in the future.
Yes, another YouTube war has been resolved, but this one might have implications for content creators everywhere. The case started when the channel H3H3 Productions, which is run by Ethan and Ela Klein, was sued by the comedian Matt Haas, who operates his own comedy channel, but wasn't pleased when the Kleins used parts of one of his videos to make fun of him.
Yeah, Haas sued them and in the process sparked a huge court battle that lasted over a year. The Kleins claimed that their use of Haas's footage was protected under the legal principle of fair use, which basically says that you can use copyrighted material if it's for commentary, criticism, parody, news reporting, a few other uses. Fair use is the reason comedy shows like The Daily Show are able to use things like news clips, because they're making fun of them, they're making commentary, they're adding value to some degree, and the law basically says that's okay, as long as you're creating a new piece of work out of it.
In the lawsuit against H3H3, other YouTubers rallied to the Kleins' defense. Their cause was taken up by fellow popular YouTuber Philip DeFranco, who launched a crowdfunding campaign for their legal defense and raised more than $170,000 in the process.
You can afford a lawyer with that almost.
Just one. Philly D wrote on the GoFundMe page, in my and many others' opinion, this is an attempt to step on freedom of speech via a broken copyright system and most people's confusion over fair use. A bunch of other popular YouTubers contribute to the fund, including PewDiePie, Jacksepticeye, Boogie. Oh, and it just wasn't just YouTubers, Notch himself even kicked in some money.
The Kleins later said they wouldn't spend any of the crowd funds, but instead put it into a fund called the Fair Use Protection Account that they said will be used only for the purpose of protecting fair use and representing people big or small who are in legitimate need of protection. Which I think we can all agree, pretty cool move, right?
Yeah, this is a good move, H3H3. Needless to say, copyright issues are a huge bone of contention for YouTubers because their stuff gets taken down all the time because of copyright strikes.
Whether automated or manual, whatever.
Yeah, and that's a huge problem for channels making comedy videos, especially if they involve reactions to other content. It's an issue with gaming too, because gaming channels, including many here at Rooster Teeth, also use copyrighted material when they're doing things like Let's Plays.
Right, so the discussion about fair use becomes very, very important for all those content creators.
Yes.
The H3H3 case got national media attention, and Ethan Klein told Time magazine that if they lost, it could have much larger effects for all YouTubers. He said, for one, it would make so many people really vulnerable. The whole ecosystem on YouTube would become really unstable. It would be really scary.
DeFranco told Time, this is something that hits close to home. It's horrible for all of us. This isn't just a channel for them to post videos. This is their livelihood.
But in the end, a New York judge sided with H3H3. District Court Judge Catherine B. Forrest ruled for the Kleins, saying any review of the Klein video leaves no doubt that it constitutes critical commentary of the Haas video. There is also no doubt that the Klein video is decidedly not a market substitute for the Haas video. For these and the other reasons set forth below, the defendant's use of clips from the Haas video constitutes fair use as a matter of law. And it's kind of important here. I don't know if we talk about this enough, but it is true that fair use is a defense. It's not an automatic thing. It's something you can use to defend something in court when something like this happens, which, you know, in this case, pretty clear cut, but it can go to court in order to determine if it's fair use or not. It's not an automatic thing, necessarily.
Yeah. As you might imagine, the Kleins were overjoyed about their court win. They tweeted out a picture of themselves enjoying some victory wine and a video about the topic because, of course, they made a video. Ethan Klein said, I swear to God, it felt like this would never happen. It was a year and a half we were waiting for this. And he added that this is a landmark case, not just for us, but seriously, the wording that the judge put into the opinion is going to strengthen fair use across YouTube.
I want a victory wine. You know what I'm also gonna have? I'm gonna have a lunch wine. I'm gonna have a you did okay today wine. For his part, it doesn't appear that Matt Haas has responded to the verdict yet. The last time he addressed the issue was in an update video back in March, in which he said, I'll keep you guys up to date as I continue fighting for artists' rights.
Gizmodo called the ruling a victory for fair use on the internet. It said, while this might just seem like a slap fight between two YouTube channels, the ruling does set an important precedent for fair use on YouTube and reaction videos specifically. It declares that regardless of the platform or the players involved, you can still use copyrighted content in a video as long as that use amounts to criticism.
It's true. And also, the judge specifically called out that there was enough additive content that H3H3 used that constituted something new. It wasn't just a repost with like a thumbs up. It was specifically a different piece of content. It wasn't a substitute for the original. PC Gamer said of the lawsuit, had Haas won, it would have set a precedent that would have made it easier for rights holders to strike those videos, lowering the quality and variety of gaming content on YouTube. Bad news if you enjoy watching critical Let's Plays.
So, yeah, maybe this will be the beginning of the end of all those unjustified copyright strikes on YouTube.
You're funny.
Or, you know, maybe YouTube will just keep taking things down without any rhyme or reason.
Animated algorithms are fun. What do you guys think of the judge's fair use ruling involving H3H3? Judge get it right? Let us know in the comments.
For all your YouTube and copyright news, be sure to like this video. And if you're new around here, subscribe to the know and don't demonetize us.
Which, pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's a cool move. Needless to say, copyright issues are a huge bone of contributions and contention and conservationists and confluency and conclusions and Congress.
It's all about Congress.
I'm done. We finished it.
Okay.